Hi, boys and girls, and welcome today's 3 and 4 of this week's morning work. So I'm going to once again walk you through how to solve each problem. You can check your work against mine, check your strategies that you used, and hopefully we'll clear up any misunderstandings you might have. All right, day 3. 28 divided by 4 equals 7. It says write a related multiplication sentence. So it's important to see that they want us to write a multiplication sentence. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say 28 divided by 4 equals 7. The multiplication sentence would be 4 times 7 equals 28. You could also write, either one would be correct answer, 7 times 4 equals 28. So related multiplication sentence to that division sentence. Next one, round each number to the nearest 100, then subtract. So you have had a lot of practice with rounding. Important thing here is for you to know, and I would underline this, that they want you to round to the nearest 100. And then it says, then subtract. So 187, Mrs. Reed is going to round that to the nearest 100 would be 200. And then she is going to subtract, when she rounds 69 to the nearest 100, I would be tempted to round that to 70, but 70 would be the nearest 10. If I round 69 to the closest 100, that would be 100. So that was probably a little tricky for you. So 200 minus 100 would be 100. So some of you may have had a little misunderstanding that one. That was a little tricky. Okay, next one is a word problem. So it says Bonnie had 6 bags of 6 gel pens. So I'm going to underline my notes. Right now I'm picturing 6 bags and each one has 6 gel pens in it. She wanted to give the same number of gel pens to 9 friends. How many gel pens did each friend get? Well, this sounds like it's going to be a 2-step problem, because what I'm wondering is, before she can give them away, how many does she have? So if I have 6 bags with 6 gel pens in each one, I can draw a tape diagram, or you could just draw equal groups, but I'm going to draw a tape diagram down here. Okay, and I need 6 bags, so I will draw 6 parts to my tape diagram. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to represent the pens, I'm just going to draw a 6 inside each part. And so now I've got equal groups. We have equal groups. We're either multiplying or dividing. So the number sentence I would write to find out the total number of pens would be 6 groups of 6. How do we write 6 groups of 6? We write 6 times 6 equals 36. And if you wanted to, you could skip count those if you don't know your 6s. So you could go 6, 12, 18, and some of you are really good about doing this, 24, 30, 36. Okay, now that's not my answer yet. That only tells me how many gel pens she has. She has 6 packs with 6 in each, so that's 36 gel pens. If I go back up to the problem, she wants to give the same number of gel pens to 9 friends. So that means she's going to have to do fair share, so she gives the same number to each one. All right, so one thing we could do, instead of drawing a tape diagram this time, I could just draw 9 circles to represent the 9 friends. And then I could start dividing them up, just like I was dealing out cards. So I'm giving the same number to each friend. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 friends. And remember, I have 36 gel pens that I want to divide equally amongst them. So I'm just going to start doing fair share. 2, 3, and I would keep giving pens out, 4, 5, until I get to 36. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I'm going to run a room, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I got to keep going. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So now I did give out all 36 gel pens, and it looks like each one of these friends got 4 pens. So I can come up here and I can type my answer. How many gel pens did each friend get? Each friend got 4 gel pens. Now, that was a lot of work, and some of you might say, geez, I know I could write a division sentence for that. So I could come down here and I could also just go right to a division sentence, and I can say I've got 36 gel pens, and I'm going to divide those amongst 9 friends, and 36 divided by 9 would give me 4. 36 is the total, 9 is the number of groups, 4 is the size of the groups. Okay, let's look at the next one. It says draw 10 circles and put them equally in 5 sets. Okay, so 10 circles total, and I'm going to put them equally in 5 sets. So I'm going to draw 5 sets over here. 2, 3, I'm using my knowns, 4, 5. And then I have to draw 10 circles and put them equal in 5 sets. So this will once again be fair share. So I'm going to put 1 in each one of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to stop there because I drew my 10 circles. I have 5 sets. My picture looks pretty good. And so the question is, how many circles are in each set? Well, if I look down at my picture, I have 2 circles in each set. Okay, that was another division problem. We could write a number sentence for that, and we could write 10 rather, divided by 5 equals 2. Okay, and I can go over here and I can erase that there and redo that so it looks a little better. Okay, 10 circles divided into 5 sets gives us 2 circles in each set. All right, next one. This is for actually the associative property of multiplication. It says show 2 ways to solve this problem. I've got 3 factors, and I got to say, which ones do I want to multiply first? So first, I'm going to multiply the 4 times the 3, and that's where the parentheses come into play. They'll tell me which ones I'm multiplying first. So 4 times 3 is 12. And then I can't forget that I still got to multiply by 2. So 12 times 2 is 24. Now, some of you may have looked at it a different way. And if I type this here and I do 4 times 3 times 2, and then you might say, well, instead of doing the 4 and the 3, I want to multiply the 3 and the 2. So I'll put my parentheses around the 3 and the 2. And that will leave me with 4 times 6, because 3 times 2 is 6. And guess what? 4 times 6 is also 24. What did we learn from this? We learned that it doesn't matter what order you multiply your factors. You'll get the same product. Our product matches. So you can do whichever one you prefer. They want to see that you can do it both ways. Okay, what time is shown on the clock? Well, remember, little kids go first. So I look at the little hand. It's between the 6 and the 7. So I know it's 6 something. Okay, and then I've got to count my minutes, and I count my minutes by skip counting around the clock by 5s. So it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, it's not directly on the 4, so I would probably draw some lines in here, and really don't like it when they don't give you the lines there. So I'm going to say 4, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm going to call it 422 or 622, but I would not mark it wrong if you got 423 or 421, because it's really hard to tell you when they don't give you the tick marks. But I came up with 622. Okay, back to easy math facts. There's 3 division sentences. Okay, and we have to decide, are we missing a factor? Or are we missing the total? Blank divided by 8 equals 2. The answer would be 16 divided by 8 equals 2. Next one, 27 divided by blank equals 3. I'm looking for an unknown factor, so I can skip count by 3 until I get to 27. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. That gives me 9. If you don't know the fact, 32 divided by 4, again, I'm looking for an unknown factor, so I can skip count by 4s till I get to 32. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. My answer would be 8. Remember, the skip counting works for you whether you're doing multiplication or division. All right, and the next three are, again, just simple division equations. 36 divided by 6 equals 6. Skip count by 6 until I get to 36. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Could skip count by 2s until I get to 16. And the last one, 40 divided by 5 equals 8. I could skip count by 5s until I get to 40, and I would end up with 8. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you check your work against mine. I hope I cleared up any misunderstandings for you. And if not, you can come to a Zoom lesson on morning work, and we can work on these problems then. Okay, thank you so much.